Lovitz or Leavitz Vodcast is brought to you by LegalZoom, eVoice, and Hulu Plus. Any questions? Hello, I'm John Lovitz, and welcome to Lovitz or Leavitz. On my right is my good friend Krista Allen, who you may know from Baywatch.
You always have to say Baywatch first. Baywatch. You always say this.
Well,
is my
that's
friend
one of
Krista
your
Allen
first
from Baywatch.
First credits.
Nobody
was
remembers Baywatch.
I remember it.
No.
Remember that pixie haircut and that red bathing suit?
I do. Oh my God.
Actually, I think I remember it because we've been friends for
18.
I don't know since you got here to
Yeah.
Los Angeles from Texas, but I remember seeing a picture of her, and I think you had an ice cream cone, and your hair was very short. Am I right?
Yeah, but that was way after we met. That was a long
that was
time.
after we met.
Oh God, yeah, that was so long after we met.
Well, I just remember that.
Baywatch. Well, everybody did like Baywatch. It was the kind of show that you would watch it with the sound off, and it was a fantastic show.
Well, I remember I was in New York doing Saturday Night Live. It would be the dead of winter. I turned the TV on. All of a sudden, there's the beach in California where I'm from, and all these girls in bathing suits, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And Krista was, but she's become a fine actress since. She's been on Unscripted, and between the two of us, though, we've been in a lot of relationships that they haven't really lasted. I mean,
they've been awful.
They've
been
lasted.
awful relationships. Just say it.
Well, as I like to say, all my relationships end up in a fireball, and I don't know why. And so we decided that we could help people with their relationships because we know what to do and what not to do.
Well, we know what not to do. And so we've been talking about this for a while. We've been talking about doing a relationship show because we always seem to give everybody else advice, and people say that we give great advice.
Yeah, my friends will say to me all the time, they go, John, you give the best advice, but you don't follow your own advice. And I said, well, that's because I'm not emotionally involved in your situation, so I can see it clearly. But
Yes.
people have a tough time seeing their own situation.
Yes, and then there's another factor to that, which is those that can't do, teach.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, acting and comedy I actually can do, and I can teach it. But this is one thing I cannot do. But I know a lot about it because I've read so many books about it, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong.
And I haven't really read a lot of books about it, but I've been in tons of relationships. So between the two of us, we got this covered.
Like how many? Anyway.
Don't get any ideas.
Not. But anyway, we're going to pause for a minute. I hope you enjoy this.
Oh my God, stop it. That's creepy.
What? I think the audience, the fellas would agree with me. We all just want me to shut up and watch Krista
Are we still
eat
rolling?
the banana.
Are we rolling right now?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I thought we were going to some commercial break.
No, keep eating.
I'm not eating anymore.
So if you want advice in relationships, you can email us at Dear John and Krista. That's Dear John Jon and Krista And written out. Dear John and Krista at gmail.com. So right now we're going to try to give some advice, and let's start with our first email.
Ding 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 ding.
That we
That's
got.
my cue.
We've written them down, and Krista.
Hold on. Where is it?
Let's hear our first email.
Is that?
And hopefully you can learn something from this. By the way, if our advice is bad, do the opposite, and then it'll work.
Well,
so either way, we can help you.
That's what I do. Like with my mother, if my mother gives me advice, what I do is I do the opposite, and it always works out because she's always wrong. So maybe that applies to us too. We're not going to know until we get going, but something tells me I'm going to be really good at this. Okay, this is one from Frankie in Toluca Lake. Okay? Dear John and Krista, my name is Frankie and I'm 22 years old. I love my girl, but I feel pressured to get married because she says she wants to do that. Is marriage necessary? It's a very simple letter from Frankie. Thank you, Frankie, for your letter.
How old is he?
He's 22 years old. He's too young.
He's too young. Yeah, I can tell you from all my friends that got married that young, 10 years later, they all ended up getting divorced. Like almost all of them. Not that one didn't. One of my friends from college, a dear friend of mine, Tony Vrab, got married when he was 23, had a beautiful family, was madly in love with his wife. And he sadly passed away last year. It's horrible. And he was one of my college roommates. And that's the only one I know. One out of... But what does he say? He doesn't want to get married.
He says he feels pressure to get married. That's what she wants to do. And the reason she wants to get married is because she's 22. And she's like, oh, yay, let's go have a house. I mean, it doesn't mention here, does Frankie have a job? Does she have a job? Did they go to school? You know, what's going on?
But see, if he's feeling pressure to get married, that means he doesn't want to.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
And let me tell you something. If you're going to get married, right, it takes 15 minutes to get married. It takes a minimum of 6 months to get divorced.
It takes 15 minutes to get pregnant. It takes a minimum of 18 years to get through. Wait, this is the wrong topic.
15 minutes to get pregnant?
Isn't that...
I can get a girl, well, I don't want to brag, but I can get a girl pregnant a lot less time than that. Like, easy. Like from the time that you, you know, your, how can I put this, because this program is rated G.
Is it? This is rated G?
Well, I don't know, but from the time that you, the entry...
Penetration.
You're disgusting. But from the time you're there, yeah, and then I could within 4
We're not helping Frankie right now.
drugs off my golf game. Here's the thing. Like, I have a friend, I won't mention names, but he had a girlfriend, and they started dating when she was 20. And she goes, I want to get married, I want to get married, I want to get married. And the whole time. And then finally at 24, they got married. And then like, I don't know, 5 years later, whatever, she wanted out.
Right.
And she was the one that always wanted to get married. And the reason, I think they were incompatible, but the other thing is, yeah, when a girl or a guy's 22 and then 10 years later you're 32, you're a different person. Yeah. It's tough to grow together, but it just sounds like he's not ready to get married because...
No, he's 22.
He's saying he feels pressure. It's too young.
Yeah, it's too young. She's too young. She's probably looking at all the different things out there. You know, it's romantic to get married. It's romantic it's romantic to want to get married. But the interesting part of this email, which is why I think it's so cool, is marriage necessary? Now, it doesn't even just apply to Frankie. It's like, is marriage necessary? Do we even? Is it? Look,
well,
I don't know how I feel about it anymore.
The whole thing with a gay marriage, and I did a movie about 8 years ago called The Stepford Wives, and there was a guy in the cast who happened to be gay, and I said, and the whole gay marriage thing was going on then. I said, why don't you just say it's your constitutional right as an American citizen to get married? And then, not because of me, but I remember saying that years ago, and then that's what they ended up doing. And I think everyone should have the right to get married.
You're totally trying to
take
credit for that.
No, I'm not. But what I am saying is, good luck with that. I wish to God that it was against the law for a guy to marry a woman.
That would be awesome.
It would be great because that way, you know, it would literally be amazing because that way when you know, the girl goes, come on, you have to marry me. And you can say, I'd love to marry you, but I can't because it's against the law. It's not me, it's the law. See?
I heard everything you said. Was that supposed to be a secret?
You could hear that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, but you know what I mean? Because it would be fantastic.
I don't know. Look, I don't know, but even just about marriage in general, like, is it even just? What are you laughing at?
Because you don't know. Ask any guy who's been married, and then they have to get divorced, right? You go, you marry for love,
There's
you're divorced.
2 people that have to get divorced.
It becomes a business, and then the guy has to give half of his money. I know one guy. He says he lost 3 houses.
Right, but okay, but. There's 2 sides. I mean, there's women that have to get married too, and there's women that have to get divorced too. So sometimes it's split right down the middle. So I mean, California is a 50-50 no-fault state. Like that's like kind of a cool thing about getting married in California. There's a reason.
Cool for the
they do
woman.
that. Not all the time.
But you could be look at you
Not
can
all
be
the time.
married. You can be married, Krista, and then the wife cheat. This happens all the time. They cheat on the husband, and then they say they want a divorce, and then they get half the stuff.
It doesn't, but it's not always like that.
You're
what
right.
You go into the marriage with is yours. Like the stuff that, come on, if you're in a relationship, you're married, the man makes more money than the woman, and the woman is home taking care of the kids. Okay, yes, you get it. Now go your separate ways.
Right.
Let it go.
And then like they're married for 10 years to the kids, and then the woman goes, and I want the money. Because I gave up my job. But in the meantime, she got her food for free. She got her car paid for.
For free?
She got everything paid for.
You think that giving a blowjob to that disgusting guy was free? Oh, wait, whoa, no.
I said I said her food for free. You got everything paid for 10 years.
That is not. You get everything paid for 10 years. What do you think she had to do for 10 years, huh?
Oh, so
Mr. Old School.
So you want to work, and then you think that you should not have to do anything and get paid?
Who said she's not doing anything?
Nobody. And then, but okay.
You are.
No, but let's go with your thing.
You're running in circles.
No.
Get your facts straight, Lovitz.
No, I'm saying, she goes, well, I raised the kids, and I did all this. You go, that's right. And in return, you got fed, clothed, sheltered.
Fed, clothed, and sheltered. Oh, my God. I'm going to dump some water on you. Where are you from? Are we in 1920?
No, but it's true. No, I'm a guy. Ask any guy. It's true.
1920.
If you said, all right, give me all the money I spent on you on the mortgage, the house, the food, give it back.
Oh,
you go, what's that? That's like $3 million worth you got. Now you want more?
God, shut your mouth. Women across everywhere are hating you right now. That is the stupidest, most back-assward thing I've heard in a while.
All the men in the country are loving me.
Yeah.
That's the name Lovitz.
Yeah,
I'm John Lovitz.
If you were born
This is Krista Allen. We'll be right back after these messages. Hi, I'm John Lovitz here at the John Lovitz Vodcast Network, and I want to tell y'all about the extended free trial of Hulu Plus that is only available to our Vodcast listeners. All you have to do is go to johnlovitzvodcastnetwork.com and click the Hulu Plus banner for your extended free trial, or go to huluplus.com/John. John spelled Jon. With Hulu Plus, you get total control to watch thousands of shows wherever and whenever you want. It's time to start your free trial of exclusive content in your living room and on your mobile devices. Did you know you can use Hulu Plus on connected televisions, game consoles, Blu-ray players, Roku, Apple TV, PCs, or on your smartphone or tablet on demand at all times? And Hulu Plus, it's only $7.99 per month. That's $7.99 per month. That's it. But right now, they're offering an extended free trial of Hulu Plus that's only available to our Vodcast listeners. So take control of your TV watching experience. Go to johnlovitzvodcastnetwork.com and click the Hulu Plus banner for your extended free trial. Or go to huluplus.com/John. That's Jon. And I have no idea why I'm talking like this, except when I do, it's a lot clearer. Hulu Plus, check it out. Hi, John Lovitz here. It's time to put laughter back into your life. Check out the John Lovitz Comedy Club, located in the heart of Universal Studios City Walk, Los Angeles, not Orlando. For tickets, go to thejohnlovitzcomedyclub.com. Hello, and we're back. I'm John Lovitz.
And I'm Krista Allen.
Welcome to another episode of Lovitz or Leavitz. This is the relationship show.
I like it. Okay, so we never finished talking about this Frankie thing. Is marriage necessary? Without getting into everything else, what do you think?
I think if he's feeling pressure to get married, he's too young. He shouldn't. I don't think you should get married.
Yeah,
right
Frankie,
now.
it's pretty easy. Go do your thing. You guys meet back up in 10 years and see how.
I don't think they should break up. They could. You could get engaged.
Well, not break up.
Have a long engagement. You could do that. But I wouldn't get married right now if you're feeling too much pressure.
Yeah.
Plus, make sure if you're gonna get married, you gotta. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but you got to have a job. You got to be able to, support your wife. You got to be able to do that, or you both support each other. Well, they both have to have a job. My God. Okay, so let the record show. If we were ever together, she would be supporting me.
We
right?
would be equal.
Equal.
Wait, you have to do it more ugly face. Yeah.
Equal. Okay. I think we have another letter, Krista. Why don't you?
Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Dear John and Krista.
What?
I've been with my girlfriend for 2 years. We are engaged to be married. Congratulations.
Oh.
But we're Christians. We don't believe in premarital sex.
Well, yeah, a lot of
yeah. But our passions are running high. She suggested I put it in her butt because that ain't sex.
What? She doesn't say that.
She suggested I put it in her butt because that ain't sex.
Someone put, because that.
But there be poo-poo up in that shiznit.
Is that real?
This is a real letter. He said LOL. He said LOL here. Plus, I don't think God would appreciate it. What should I do? Signed, Confused and Smelly.
Oh, my God.
He's from Akron, Ohio.
Oh. That's real?
That's real. So the question is, he's been with his girlfriend for 2 years. They're Christians. They're horny. And
I was copying. Say it again.
He's been with his girlfriend for 2 years. They're engaged to be married. They're Christians. They're horny. And she just said, hey, put it in my butt. That's not real sex. And he's like, I don't know. There's poop up in there. And I don't think God would appreciate it. That's basically what the letter says.
Well, now I've actually heard of this, that a lot of, first of all, I'm Jewish, but I respect other people's religion. So you can't, my father always said there's two things you can't argue, politics and religion. Because people are very passionate about their beliefs, and it's your personal belief. So it seems to me, anyway, to be a contradiction. Not President Clinton, though. I really think this is his fault.
What are you talking about?
Well, because, when he had the affair with Monica Lewinsky, and it was about a blowjob, and he said, well, that's not sex, you see. And then the next thing you know, the 8th grade, and there was a guy that went undercover. You know about this? He made a movie like Cameron Crowe went undercover and wrote Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And that was like years ago, but around the time of Clinton, another guy went undercover in high school. I met this guy, and he made a documentary about it.
About what?
Being undercover in junior high. He said girls in 8th grade. In 8th grade, they're playing a game called the Rainbow Game.
Yes, the Rainbow Game. The lipstick. They lipstick the, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard of that. I have a 16-year-old. I know.
Look who knows all about the Rainbow Game. So she knows all, too.
I do. I have a teenager, and by the way, it's my friend's 16th birthday today.
That's the ticket. Yeah, you learned about it from your teenager.
What, you think I go around playing the Rainbow Game?
Well, you knew about it immediately. I'm just saying.
I do. I know what the Rainbow Game is. There's a bunch of weird games.
Well, what is it again?
It's where girls put on different shades of lipstick, and they start at the bottom and they go up, and it's like they make a rainbow with their different lipstick on the guy's thing. Yeah. It doesn't, I mean, really? That doesn't sound like, that's a teenage game. Is that something that you'd like? Are you saying that turns you on? Because that's really, that doesn't make sense.
How do they go up?
I'm not saying it again. I'm not saying it again.
Take two, you're an actress.
No.
Just do it.
No.
Well,
So
I've heard of this where people that are the Catholic and they say it's not sex, so and then you find out they go, we're virgins, and then for like I heard about some couple for 3 years that's what they were doing, ITB.
But it is sex. It is sex.
Oh.
It is sex. A blowjob is oral sex. In the butt is anal sex. And then there's just sex.
So you
sex.
think in the eyes of God that it counts or it doesn't count?
Well, in my opinion, like the eyes of God, like God is everywhere.
Well, I mean, in that religion, I mean, are you?
In that religion?
What religion are you?
I mean, I'm of the.
Well, what were you
everything.
raised? No religion?
No, not really. Not really. Kind of recovering Catholic schoolgirl.
Okay, Catholic is in the Catholic religion, though, is it? I mean,
yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of judgment in that. So let's not talk about.
But what about the fact that the girl says, "Go ahead"? Like I've actually never done that. I went to the doctor once, and they go, "We have to check," you know, and then and he goes, I have to put on. He put on the glove, and I'm like dreading this, you know, and then he goes, "Okay, ready," and then he put that finger, and then it was like. Now, Krista, my father was a very successful doctor and internist.
Know this.
So if I'm using medical terms that are over your head, forgive me. But anyway, he put the finger in and he touched what is medically known as the poop button over your head. And the guy touched it, and I went, I literally said, I'm gonna take a shit. And he touched that button, and I'm like...
He touched that button?
Yeah. It's a medical term. Sorry, it's over your head. The poop button. And I saw... No, well, you know, like you're driving your car or you're somewhere at a party, and you go like, oh, I got to go. That's because whatever's inside touches that button. It's that spot. It's medical term. It's called the PO. I mean, the PB, the poop button. So he touched it. And I literally said to the doctor, I'm going to take a shit. And then I had to go again recently because I'm over 50, and the doctor did it, and he goes, I'm like, no. And all I can tell you is I was thrilled that I hated it. I did not like it. Now, you the other day said to me, though, that you...
Well, I'm sorry. You be careful here.
Well, how do you feel about it?
Wait, myself?
Well, I don't see anybody else in the room.
No. I think that guys are missing out. I think that guys are missing out in the whole poop button. Well, that's not the poop button, but there's an amazing amount of nerve endings in that anal canal. And if guys can open up to that, no pun intended.
So Krista,
there's a lot that can be done. There's a lot of pleasure and stimulation with the prostate and things like that. So not that your doctor, that's not the poop button. That is not the elusive PB that you are referring to. But a little further up.
Further up? Further up, it's full of shit.
Well,
so what you're saying, Krista, let me see if I have this right.
you can.
So what you're saying is, and this is another, and forgive me, Krista.
Yes.
This is another medical term. That I learned from living with my father as a doctor.
The doctor.
Yeah, this is another medical term. So what you're saying, Krista, is farther past the poop button. What you're saying is you enjoy the feeling of, and this is the medical term, it's called a RP.
What would an RP stand for?
Reverse poo.
We're not talking about me specifically. We're talking about other guys, and you were at the doctor's office. I'm not saying it's for me, other guys. So you're saying you were hoping that you didn't enjoy it when the doctor did that to you. I'm saying...
And I didn't enjoy it at all. I hated it.
I'm saying that
thank God.
Well, there's a ton of different things that you can do. I think you should open up your sexuality a little bit.
Well, let's listen to this, because guess what? A ton of different things. A ton is 2,000 pounds. So apparently there's 2,000 things that Krista Allen here knows about. Up
I do.
The butt. 2,000. Well, let me hear 100 of them,
No,
Krista.
I can't. I don't.
We have a couple minutes left before
There's
this.
things you can do.
Name 3.
Well, I don't know. There's the fondling that. Have you ever seen that movie with Ryan Reynolds? And he comes out and they do that prostate milking thing, and it's like Do you know what I'm talking about? Anybody? Somebody give me the movie. You know what it is?
You mean American Pie?
Is that what it was? It was American Pie?
That wasn't Ryan
Yeah,
Reynolds. That was this Scott.
Anyway, yeah, you're right. It was him. It wasn't Ryan Reynolds. But yes, it was that moment. It's like that kind of a thing. There's stuff that can happen in there for a guy.
That was a movie.
The only reason, if you're that uptight about it, I think you're secretly homosexual. I'm sorry. I really do. How about that?
Well, that is ridiculous.
I do. I think you make enough jokes about Bob Saget being gay that we can safely assume that you're the one that might be
The BB?
The BP. The butt pooper.
Oh, my God.
Wait, what did you call it? What was the technical term?
I'm sorry, folks. I had no idea I was doing a show with a child. First of all, I'm using actual medical terms. The PB, which is not peanut butter and jelly, it's called the poop button.
The poop button.
And then you enjoy. Well, you enjoy the reverse poo.
Button. John, what's it up the poo?
No, I don't like it. I hated it. That means I'm not gay, and I don't care if you're gay. To me, it's just a person.
But you thanked God you didn't enjoy it.
Yes, I thank God. I don't want to. Yes, that's right.
And you still make fun of Bob Saget being gay.
Bob Saget's not gay. He's got a beautiful girlfriend, beautiful wife. Anyway, I'm John Lovitz.
And I'm Krista Allen.
We'll be right back. Hello, I'm John Lovitz, here from the Lovitz or Leavitz vodcast at the John Lovitz Vodcast Network. You know, everybody knows how hard it is to start a business, especially me. So that's why I want you to go to LegalZoom.com. They have created a convenient way to get your business off the ground while saving a ton of time and money. I use LegalZoom.com to start the John Lovitz Vodcast Network. Just go to LegalZoom.com right now, and you can create a corporation or an LLC for only $99. All you have to do is just answer some questions online. Now, I have to tell you this. LegalZoom is not a law firm, but it is a step-by-step process that was created by a team of top attorneys and experts in technology to provide self-help services at your specific direction. And on LegalZoom.com, you can create a will, a living trust, a name change, as well as DBAs, that's doing business as, trademarks, patents, and more. So launch your dream business right now at LegalZoom.com. And you get an extra discount when you type in my last name, Lovitz, that's Lovitz, in the referral box at checkout. Go to LegalZoom.com. John Lovitz here. It's time to put laughter back into your life. Check out the John Lovitz Comedy Club, located in the heart of Universal Studios City Walk. For great food, great drinks, and great comedians, go to thejohnlovitzcomedyclub.com. Hi, I'm John Lovitz. Yes, I just said my name.
I'm Krista
And
Allen.
we're back with Lovitz or Leavitz, and
Stop.
let's go back to that two-shot, Kevin. Slowly. Oh, anyway, welcome back, and this next segment, we're going to try to help a girl named Vicky Ann, and she emailed us. Now, if you want advice on anything, you can email us, Dear John, Jon, Dear John, and Krista. Krista, of course, is Krista, Dear John and Krista at gmail.com. So, Krista, this is a letter from Vicky Ann, and this is actually a serious letter.
It is serious.
Hi, John and Krista. Not sure where to start. I've been in a relationship for almost 7 years now with my boyfriend. It's a long time for me anyway. Never been in love, and I'm still not. Never been in love, and I'm still not after 7 years. I don't know how to tell him I want to move on with my life and start fresh elsewhere. We live in his parents' basement that he refurnished. No, this is real, Krista. Have been here for 2 years, and I'm very unhappy that it's leading me up to leaving him. I do love him and care for him, but he's overprotective of me, and that bothers me. Not to be able to do what I want when I want. What should I do? I need some advice, or need someone to talk to who understands and can help. Thanks, Vicky. All right, Vicky. Well, this is real. This is real.
Does it say how old she is, by the way? Does it say?
It doesn't. But so she's. So this is a woman. That she's been with her boyfriend for 7 years.
She's not in love.
She's never been in love. She's still not. And well, anyway, she goes, how can I tell him I want to move on with my life and start elsewhere? And they live in his parents' basement.
Ooh, I know what we can do. Okay.
And she loves him and cares for him. He's overprotective. So it sounds like he's not able to do what she wants when. So she's in a controlling relationship for 7 years. She's not in love with the guy.
Right. She says overprotective, but that just means controlling. So let's role play.
But she's like, what should I do?
Let's pretend I'm Vicky and you're the boyfriend, or you be Vicky and I'll be the boyfriend, and let's help Vicky.
No, because then you'll go, oh, you're Vicky, John. I knew you were gay. It's ridiculous.
I wasn't even thinking that, but just the fact that you think that and you're so sensitive about it means you might be gay. So I'll be Vicky.
Why would I want to play a girl?
Well, just to give Vicky advice, like from a guy's point of view. You get it?
All right, you be Vicky.
Okay, I'll be Vicky, and her boyfriend is boyfriend, because we don't know his name. So we'll just say boyfriend.
And I'm the boyfriend?
You're the boyfriend that lives in the basement. That just... All
right.
Okay. So boyfriend, we've been together
Well, give him a name for boyfriend. This is retarded.
A water bottle. Oh. His name is Water Bottle.
Come on, this is a real girl.
Just so you know, they just put up a thing to move the water bottle, and I was like, "What's his name?" And the thing on the glass said water bottle, so I said water bottle.
Yeah, that's after Krista said, just if you want me to move the water bottle, just put it up. Just tell me.
Just let me know.
And
you won't have to worry about a thing. God.
7:49.
Okay, so anyway, you are Doug. Doug, I'm Vicky. And you love me very much, and I love you, but I'm not necessarily in love with you. I think that we should...
What do you mean? We've been together 7 years.
I know. How do you think it's going?
Well, why do you always say you love me?
Because I do love you, but I don't think that what...
Oh, you love me, but you're not in love with me.
I know. I feel like we've just grown apart. I feel like I need to be on my own. And I know this is really painful for both of us, and it's going to be really weird because we've been together for 7 years, but I need my freedom, and I feel like I'm going to get in trouble if I tell you this, and I'm willing to risk it, and if you're going to get mad at me, then you're going to get mad at me, but I love you, and I need to be free now, so I moved. So when you go back home, all my stuff is going to be gone. That's a little harsh, though. I don't think Vicky's going to be able to say that. What do you think? You're really sad about this, aren't you?
Well, you just dumped me. Well, I got news for you. I'm champagne, and you're shit. For the rest of your life, you, not me, will always be shit.
Whoa.
Well, that was a scene from the movie Happiness. Did you like it? I didn't really mean that. That was from a movie I did, Happiness, where the guy gets dumped. Well, what should she, Krista? That was you.
Was that not good?
Well, I didn't find it believable. You're a much better actress than that. Well, I was fine. I don't know. The question is, he's controlling. See, that's the issue. That's why she wants to leave.
No, she wants to leave because she's in a freaking basement for 7 years. She lives at his
They've only been in the
house.
basement for 2 years.
Only been in the basement for 2 years? That's like the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I think what she's saying is she wants
they
to.
live
She's
with their
not
parents.
happy. She's not in love with him, but she doesn't want to hurt him. Here's my advice, Vicky. If you're not happy or not in love with him, you gotta tell him the truth.
And that is, I want my freedom and I want to go.
And I'm sure he's gonna be hurt. There's just no way around it.
It's never easy to break up, but
No.
if there's no reason to stay, it's the perfect reason to go. You know, and if you're not feeling like you want to stay there, then you only live once. And I think that's something that we always, I know for me specifically, I always think, oh my gosh, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, or oh, I'm going to look really bad in this person's eyes, or the mother or dad isn't going to like me for this reason. You take care of you take care of your stuff, and everything else falls into place. And that's
But
really it.
I think in all fairness, well, you're not even in love with him. I mean, you could go to a marriage counselor and try to work out the controlling thing.
Well, it depends on their financial situation, too. They live in the basement for 2 years of their parents' house. I'm not thinking that things are flowing. Right, Vicky? I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know what job he is. I know.
I'm just saying, the whole thing could be she lives there because she's also financially strapped, and he kind of takes care of her, which makes him feel like he can be controlling because has your mentality of, look what I've done for you. So, you know.
Well, he has done a lot for her.
I don't know. Maybe she's done a lot for him, too. Maybe. I'm sure
Well,
she
I'm
feels
sure,
she has.
but
Don't piss off Vicky right now.
Either way, the controlling thing is not good. That's not good, and that's why you know, it's like.
Yeah.
But I would say you're also saying what should you do? So it sounds like if you want to try to salvage it in any way, I would go to a marriage counselor.
She's not in love with him. She doesn't say she wants to salvage it. She says she just wants to know how to leave without. It's hard as a woman. It really is hard. I mean, to be able to say I'm not in love with you anymore and risk the other person who's like semi-sociopathic and weird, to be able to say I need to leave and risk that feeling.
Well, let's listen to what she said. Been here 2 years. I'm very unhappy that now listen to what she says. I've been here 2 years and I'm very unhappy that it's leading me up to leaving him.
I'm very unhappy.
See, in other words, she said she's unhappy that it's leading up to leaving him.
Yeah, she's unhappy.
Like she doesn't want it to lead up to leaving him.
Right, but
I
she's
love him
unhappy.
and care for him, but he's overprotective and it bothers me. She can't do what I want when I want.
Right. Well, there you go. Just and well, she can't even, so much so that she
And
can't
yet she
even
says,
go.
I don't know how to tell him I want to move on with my life.
Exactly. So
and
much that
start
she doesn't
fresh.
even know. She doesn't even know how to talk to him. She's so controlled.
Can I just finish the sentence, please?
Yeah, no, you
I want to
can.
hear what you have to say, Krista. She goes, it's a long time for me anyway. I've never been in love, and I'm still not. I don't know how to tell him I want to move on with my life and start fresh elsewhere.
Right.
And then she lists the reasons why she wants to get out.
But she doesn't know because she's so controlled, and she feels like if she does, that she's going to get in trouble. And that's the whole reason that this is happening. I would hazard a guess that is what is going on. She's a woman that lives with her boyfriend in her parents' house, and she's not happy, and he's controlling.
And his parent, isn't it his parents?
That's what I think I said, his parents, but if I didn't, that's what I meant. But I think the whole thing is she just you know, she has a problem. There's a very codependent
It's his parents'
relationship.
house, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very codependent relationship, and she has that codependency thing where he's probably making her feel.
Why is it codependent?
Codependency is when you feel like you play a victim. And the codependency is like a very victim-y kind of disease, I guess, in your brain. And somebody's always doing something to you. Like she can't tell him because he makes her feel this way. That's codependency. And then you walk around like a victim, and you walk around like, oh my God.
She's saying she's got to step up to the plate and
You
tell
gotta
him
step up. Yeah, you gotta step up. You're not a victim. You're only as much of a victim as you're making yourself to be. That's it. I mean, we've all been there.
Well, it's never easy to tell somebody, you know, that she loves him and she cares for him, but she's not in love. That's a tough thing to tell somebody. But if you're miserable, it's like you either got to tell him and he'll be hurt, or just be miserable, and that's not good. Your life, you can't be miserable your whole life.
Well, no. I mean, you're doing yourself and him a huge disservice if you're not honest. I mean, that's the whole thing. And it's really hard to be honest when you feel like something's going to be lost. Maybe he's going to change. And I have a feeling, Vicky, that you're thinking, maybe he's going to change. Maybe if I stick it out a little bit longer, maybe he'll start being that guy that I want him to be. Maybe he'll get a better job. Maybe he'll do this. Maybe he. It's all
How long
on
should
you.
she wait? It's been 7 years.
She shouldn't. It's all on her. She's the one that has
Do you
to
think
make.
7 years is a long time to wait for the guy to change?
But he's not gonna change. Is what I'm saying. She's not gonna change. He's not gonna change. She has to change. It's not about him changing. This whole thing.
All right.
she's
Well, you
making
heard
about
it. You heard
him.
it from a woman's point of view and mine. She says,
Yeah.
"Tell him." I say, "Tell him," or go to marriage counselor. Anyway, Vicky, if you see this, write us and let us know how it works out.
Yeah.
We'll be right
guess
back
so.
with Lovitz or Leavitz. I'm John Lovitz.
And I'm Krista Allen. We'll be right back.
Hi, John Lovitz here. It's time to put laughter back into your life. Check out the John Lovitz Comedy Club, located in the heart of Universal Studios City Walk, Los Angeles, not Orlando. For tickets, go to thejohnlovitzcomedyclub.com. Hello, I am John Lovitz. You know, having your own receptionist would be really great, but paying their salary, it's really expensive. So that's why thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs are now using eVoice to enhance their image, work faster, and make more money. eVoice has been mentioned as a key tool for today's businesses in both Inc. magazine and Forbes. With eVoice as your virtual assistant, you get your own toll-free number and dial-by-name directory. Every call will be professionally answered and routed to wherever you want. eVoice even types out all your voicemail messages and emails them to you instantly. Well, just like a real receptionist would, but without the high labor cost and the sexual harassment charges. With eVoice, your toll-free number and virtual assistant, they start at only $10 a month. But right now, you can try it for free for 30 days. Just go to the JohnLovitzVodcastNetwork.com and click the eVoice banner right now. And you get an extra discount when you type in my last name, Lovitz, that's Lovitz, in the referral box at checkout. eVoice. You'll love it. And we're back with Lovitz or Leavitz. I'm John Lovitz.
And I'm Krista Allen.
Krista, this has been a lot of fun. And this is the last part of our show.
Yes.
So I just thought we could use the time to let our audience know you a little bit better. Now,
I'm scared right now. I'm a little bit scared. I don't like this look on his face. He has
No,
this
it's
little
fine.
smirk, like.
No, seriously, this is a real. I really want to know what you think about this.
Okay.
Now, I know you started off like on Baywatch, and then you were like, I think you were in Maxim and all that stuff. But then, that was the beginning of your career, or whatever. But then you became a really fine actress, and then I remember seeing you on Unscripted, and you were terrific. What advice would you give an actress, say, going from where you started, like those when you're young, and those are the roles you get at first if you're a very pretty girl and stuff. But then you want to get serious about the acting, with that transition. How did you?
I'd say get serious about the acting from the beginning. Have faith in yourself as an actress and as a woman, and don't let any of these people that come in and tell you, oh, this, you don't have to be a certain way in order. Just to have faith in yourself. I think that's the best.
Be a certain way in order to have a career.
Yeah. For me, it was like, hey, you're a sexy girl. Let's make you a sexy girl. And I was like, oh, okay. And I needed that validation so bad. people told me I had low self-esteem, and I used to think, oh my God, I would love to have low self-esteem because I have none. Like, I was like, oh, that sounds fantastic.
That would be way more than you
Maybe
had.
someday I'll have low self-esteem. That was me when I moved here. So I would say, believe in yourself. Like, really, truly believe in yourself. I mean, that goes for anybody at any stage of any part of their career, whether it's acting or anything else.
Did you ever consciously, though, see all the other girls, your age, then girl, you go, oh, like, I'm great looking for my town. Then they all come here and you see all these beautiful women. Did you ever think, like, what can I do to get ahead of these other girls? Because it's competitive, you know what I mean? What edge do I have to...
Wait a second. You're saying that there's other beautiful women in Los Angeles?
Well, not as beautiful as you.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I never. I am not the competitive. I am not the competitive person. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Did you ever go to acting class or anything like that?
I had acting coaches that I would go do privates with, but I never did a class.
Oh, but that's still studying acting. But did you... Now, when someone says to you, you're sexy, do you take that as a compliment and say thank you? Or do you think, no, or do you resent it? Or do you think, thanks, but there's more to me than that? What goes through your mind when you hear that?
God, I could think a million different things. It depends on who's saying it. Are you some cheeseball guy that's like, hey, you're sexy, baby? Then I'm like a little, you're a douchebag. And if it's somebody that's like really like cool and he's like, you're a very sexy woman, I'm like, oh, well, thank you. So, and if it's, I don't know,
Well,
what I mean?
do you consider yourself a sexy person?
I have moments. Why, John?
Well, it's very interesting. I'm asking this question because it's going to lead to our next segment,
Sexment?
a game, and because people say to me, "You're funny," or I'll walk down and go, "Hey, funny man," you know what I mean? But it's very rare that they say, "Hey, sexy man." And Rene Russo did a movie called The Thomas Crown Affair. Rene Russo was a big model, and then she got into acting. And she did it with Pierce Brosnan, and she was talking about it in this article in the calendar section of the LA Times. And she said, I never played a part where I had to lead with my sexuality. And it got me to thinking that people lead with different things. Like, I think everybody has every side to their personality, but they present one side first. So there's no question I present my funny side to people, but then I have the other side where, Krista, maybe you present your consciously or unconsciously a sexy side first or whatever. They just look at you, oh, she's pretty.
Right.
But then they get to know you because there's a lot more to you, obviously, than just that. But I think that if it came down if Krista and I both led with our sexuality, I think I'd win. So this is a game I wrote called Who's Sexier, Krista, and it's a competition between you and me.
Oh my gosh.
Who's sexier, me or Krista Allen? And if you want to send us emails about this, write Dear John, J-O-N, and Krista, K-R-I-S-T-A, Dear John and Krista @gmail.com.
Yes.
And why you think Krista is sexier or me. But I think I am.
Why do you think that you're sexier?
Look at me.
Right, besides the obvious. Like, why do you think you're sexier?
Just, come on.
That you're...
It's a ridiculous question. All right. But we're going to play a game now. So
he's not answering
whoever
my
gets
question, but I was supposed to answer his.
Whoever
Okay,
gets the most points wins. So this game's called Who's Sexier, me or Krista? All right, Krista. Who is sexier to you? What is sexier, a black cat or a white dog?
A black cat or a black cat.
A black cat?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good answer. So that gives
That's
you
a good answer.
So that's 10 points. Hold on.
Okay.
So the question, that gives you 10 points. But I also thought a black cat. So that gives me 10 plus 20 points.
No, you can't take more points. You just gave yourself more points.
It's
Did
my
you see what
game.
You just did. You just
All right, Krista. Question 2. What is sexier, Krista Allen, who's known as, Baywatch Maxim, and great actress. She is a great actress. unscripted. But a lot of people would be, when they say if someone came up to me out there, well, you're sexy, I'd be like, thank you. I wouldn't be like, I have a brain, but I get it. It's different from women.
I say thank you too.
It's a big, believe me, anyway, Krista Allen, I think you're very sexy, but I think I honestly think I'm sexier.
You think you're sexier.
Well, hello. All right, so Krista, who is sexier to you, Krista Allen? A hamster in a Speedo or me in surf shorts?
You in surf shorts, of course.
So you think me in surf shorts is sexier than a hamster in a Speedo? That is correct, and that will give you 20 points. But I also agree, so that gives me 50.
No, you don't get 50. We're tied now. We each have 20 points.
Right, I'll give you. All right, it's fine. So I'll get 20 points. Fine. We each get 20 in that. All right, Krista. Here's this question. Krista, Krista Allen, you are known as one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood. That's just a fact. Krista Allen, who in your mind represents is sexier, Elizabeth Taylor or Ava Gardner?
Oh gosh, that's really tough. We were just looking at Ava Gardner books last night.
Yes.
I'd say Ava Gardner.
Ava Gardner is sexier? Or why more than Elizabeth Taylor?
I don't know. I don't know why.
You don't know?
No.
All right.
No,
Elizabeth
Taylor's sexy too, but Ava Gardner, I'm seeing her.
Right.
She's like Ava Gardner,
All right. So that is the correct answer. And that is 50 points. But since you don't know.
I just said because she's Ava Gardner.
Because she's Ava Gardner. That's not a real. So I got 30,000 points.
She was the only one that Howard Hughes ever wanted to be with.
He wanted to be with a lot of women.
But
Howard Hughes had 154 women.
Yes, he did, but the one that he went to all the time.
Well, anyway, you got 50 points in that, but you didn't know, so you didn't get the bonus points.
You didn't tell me that I had to know the bonus
well,
points.
I can't help that. You didn't get it.
Making it up as you go
so
along.
I got 30,000 points in this one. All right, 4. There's only 2 more
30,
questions. We're almost out of time.
30,000 points.
Who is sexier, Krista Allen? Brad Pitt in the movie Troy?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Or, got it? Yeah, me yesterday.
Oh. I'm going to have to. You yesterday.
Fuck. All right, that gives you 40,000 points. Damn it.
Okay, good. I did good, right?
So me yesterday is sexier than Brad Pitt.
Yes.
See, I'm thrilled, but it gave her 40,000.
I know.
I'm not going to win.
But I'm totally
And
serious.
the last question, Krista Allen, one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood. Who is sexier to you? Yourself, you in a bikini, or me in a bikini?
You in a bikini.
Me, yes. Krista Allen is correct. Me in a bikini is sexier than you. Let's add up the points. You have 80,000, and I didn't give myself any points.
Yes, you did.
No, 70,000, but not for none. 80, so I'll give myself 100,000 for 4. So I win.
Wait, how many? You got 600,000 points?
I got 100,000, so it's 170,000 points for me. And Chris, but you got 80,000 points. But you're very good. But you lost. Come back. We'll be back with another edition of Who's Sexier on Lovitz or Leavitz. I'm John Lovitz.
And I'm Krista Allen.
Krista, thank you so much for being here and doing the show.
Thank you.
And she'll be back with another show.
Yay.
Have a great weekend. Goodbye to you. Sorry. Have a great week. I don't know, whenever you see this. And Vicky, good luck to you. I hope it works out.
Yeah, and Frankie and everybody else.
Yeah,
too.
Frankie, right in again. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Let's lead him out with a song. And here
Krista Allen wants me. Krista Allen secretly wants me.
That would not be the
when
right
she eats
song.
a banana, she's thinking
Oh,
of
the
me.
banana was not for you. The
Well,
banana
who
was
was
for me
it?
because I was hungry.
Really? And yet you chose a banana.
Did you stop recording?
Okay,
Did you still
good.
record that part? Yeah, keep all that in.
That was
Well, that's the end of Lovitz or Leavitz. I want to thank our sponsors, LegalZoom, eVoice, and Hulu Plus, for being a part of our show and their wonderful support. And to get your discounts to these terrific companies, just click the banners at JohnLovitzVodcastNetwork.com. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.